Hi everyone, and welcome back to Doctor Who as I take a look at Big Finish cheap end of their catalogue. Some more recommendations. Kicking off with 4 recommendations from their short trips series. These are audio stories ranging around about 30 to 40 odd minutes in length. Starting with The Meaning of Red, read by Nicola Bryant. And she tells the story from Perry's point of view as the companion to the Doctor, which she obviously portrayed, stranded on a planet. There's a hint of Space 99 revamp in this, the episode Immunity Syndrome. I won't say any more than that. 7 out of 10, good story, worth considering. Next up, Blue Boxes. Mark Reynolds reads this, I believe, if I'm interpreting this correctly. He does all the quirky elements of John Pertwee's Doctor very well in this one. It's a very bizarre story, but it's also a good one. And I'm going to give this one also 7 out of 10. Moving on to the First Doctor, read by Stephen Critchlow. It starts off like a monster ghost kind of story in a station, but there's more to it than meets the eye. Very good story in the frame of the First Doctor, and I'm going to give this one also 7 out of 10. Finally, Peter Purves reading this one, Out of the Deep. This is a great story, absolutely great. This one is fantastic, and of course Peter Purves does the First Doctor's voice, so you know you're onto a good one here. And I'm going to give this 8 out of 10. This was my personal favourite one of the short trips. Right, so moving on to their monster range, which is only 3 stories. There's only one that's really worth recommending, and that's Davros. This is a long story, 2.5 hours long, featuring Colin Baker as the 5th Doctor, up against Davros. Davros trying to make out he's Mr. Nice again. No Daleks in this story, but of course, Davros, being Davros, is always up to something, and he's up to something very nasty in this one. And I'll give this one 8 out of 10. Great story. Finally, I'm going to review 2 from the Unbound series. Starting with He Jests at Scars. This is Michael Jason as the Valeyard, trying to destroy the Doctor's timeline. Brilliant. And Bonnie Langford is also in it, who she is trying to protect the Doctor's timeline. Good story, this one. Also quite a long one. And I'm going to give this one 7 out of 10. And finally, Masters of War. David Warner is the Doctor, and Nicholas Courtney, yes, is Lethbridge Steward. And it's the Dalek War slightly changed, because these are slightly modified stories. It's a really enjoyable romp. The Daleks are in there, the Files are in there, and yes, Davros is in there, and it's all winds up in a big twisted tale, and it's really good and it's worth getting. And I'm going to give that one 8 out of 10. So there we go, folks. I thought I'd do this little video and recommend some of their cheaper stories, which I've enjoyed, and maybe you could think about. And on that note, have a great day, and I'll catch you next time. Goodbye.